Shaitanir Rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Again, I appreciate very much your attendance. This is Mejelle class. Really, I am very, very proud, as I expressed many times, of this opportunity to have this class to you in America and Chinese background and Indo-Pakistani background and American native or in this area, from this area background brothers and sisters. Really, I am very, very, very interestingly, surprisingly happy because this unexpected. This Mejelle is not taught anywhere in this way in the world, so I expect this will stay for sometimes for generations to come as Sadaqa Jariyah. That is why I am very happy, very happy. So now we are in Fasl Rabi, fourth sub-chapter. Okay. Article 301.6. 301.6. Fourth. Subchapter. Fasl. Subchapter. Fasl. Fasl. Fasl. Rabia. Fourth. So article is 300. The title of this, Khiyar Ta'yin. Khiyar Ta'yin. Ta'yin. Khiyar. You know khiyar? Choice. Khiyar. Long. Khiyar, choice. Ikhtiyar, to select. Choice of selecting something, doing, not doing. Okay? Ta'yin, this is ta'yin comes from ayn. Ayn. You know, this ayn has a lot of meanings, like eye, like spring, water, mouth of the springing place. Ayn, it is like eye also. Water like eye, okay, circle, circle. Also, think, stop. Also, appointing, specifying. Ayyana, uyyina, yu'ayyinu. Ayyin, ta'yinun, to fix, to specify. Like this when you select one, you did ta'yin. You specifically defined that one. So ta'yin. So, khiyar ta'yin, choice of specifying. So there are more than one thing. You have choice of selecting one. That is the article. That is the chapter. Small chapter. Subchapter. So, 301.6. 316. İyemiyattan 2 yahut 3 şeyin başka bahaları beyan olunarak bunlardan müşteri dilediğini almak yahut bayi dilediğini vermek üzere satmak sahih olur. Buna khiyar-ı ta'yin denilir. So, anything which is qiyami, you know, qiyami, qima, value, qiyami, things which have specific value, like painting, hand painting. This is different than the other, not print, not misli. This is opposite of misli. I explained before what is qiyami, what is misli. Misli looks like soap, bar, candy, bar, same thing. So, but qiyami, valuable, value specific. Each one, handmade things have value specific, different, okay? Different. So, anything which is qiyami, 2 or more for sale, each one has different price. So this is qiyami because qiyami has different price, specific. So somebody is buying, having a choice to buy one of them as he wants, as she wants. She selects. Or seller, more than two or more than two, qiyami thing, has a choice in selling. You can buy one of them, which one you select, he is saying. Each one has different price. So this type of offering and accepting is valid. Which one buyer selects or seller selects, then they agree with that price, that for that thing is valid transaction, valid aqd. This is called khiyar ta'yin, choice of specifying. He has choice, the person, buyer or seller, has choice of specification, specifying. Let me read once more, Turkish. Kıyamiyattan 2 yahut 3 şeyin başka behaları beyan olunarak bunlardan müşteri dilediğini almak yahut bayi dilediğini vermek üzere satmak sahih olur. Buna khiyar-ı tayin denilir. Okay. English. 316. To make a sale, for the seller to give which he likes, or the buyer to take which he likes, of 2 or 3 things which are of the sort which cannot be found in the bazaar at the same price, qiyami, when their prices are stated separately, is lawful. This is called option to choose. Khiyar ta'yin, option to choose. Good translation, but long. I will read English part once more. 316. To make a sale, for the seller to give which he likes, or the buyer to take which he likes. Buyer must have been mentioned before, not seller, because in the text, mushtari is before, buyer after. So that is wrong translation and not technically followed a translation method. So buyer must have been mentioned first. Here seller is mentioned first. To make a sale, for the seller to give which he likes, or the buyer to take which he likes, of 2 or 3 things which are of the sort which cannot be found in the bazaar at the same price. Qiyami cannot be found in the bazaar, the same price. Qiyami, when their prices are stated separately, their prices are different, stated different, okay, is lawful. Now, like and to make a sale is lawful. This is called option to choose. Option to choose. Yes. Okay. 317. Okay, 317. خيار تعيين ده مدة لازمدر. Very short. خيار تعيين ده مدة لازمدر. Okay. مدة, let me write it. مدة مدة, but this becomes in Turkish مدة. مدة means time, period. Time. Period. Not time. Time is what, but مدة is period. خيار تعيين ده مدة لازم ده. لازم necessary. لازم necessary. لازمة لزوم لازمة. Okay? لزوم, sticking to, necessary. It is necessary. It is there. So, مدة خيار تعيين ده مدة خيار تعيين ده مدة لازم ده. It is necessary to have time period in خيار تعيين. So it is interesting. So, means what? When you have 2, 3 things, different prices, selling on sale, or buying choice to buy, there must be a time for selection, election, choosing. So this is خيار تعيين ده مدة لازم. It is necessary because if there is no time, is hanging, somebody is almost bound with that because he offered these prices. The other guy is having cup of tea in coffee house. This business won't work this way. So it is necessary to have time. مدة خيار تعيين ده مدة لازمدر. Okay. 317. Where there is an option to choose, it is necessary that the time be fixed. لازم, necessary. Time element is necessary. Okay. In Arabic part, these time is 3 days, according to Imam Azam. Because Mejelle, Mir'at al-Mejelle shows Arabic sources. This book, Arabic sources, says that according ثلاثة أيام عنده فبأي مدة معلومة عندهما. This is رد المختار على الدر المختار. This is from رد المختار Ibn Abidin. Taken, sources mentioned here. Sources mentioned, very good book. Page is not mentioned, volume is not mentioned, but sources mentioned. So, according to Abu Hanifa, 3 days. Too long. According to his two students, Abu Yusuf and Imam Muhammad, any specific time known, both of them. So not necessarily 3 days maximum or something. Okay. Let me erase this word. '18. 318. خيار tayin ile muhayyer olan kimse müddeti muayyene mururunda aldığı şeyi tayine mecbur olur. Anybody who has this khiyar tayin choice, that person who buys that in that specific period, at the end, he is forced to have choice. I mean, they agreed in 3 days' time he will be electing one of them. At the end of 3 days, or 1 day, whatever they agreed upon, that person is to be forced to select one. Khiyar-ı tayin ile muhayyer olan kimse müddeti muayyene mururunda, when that time passes, fixed time, aldığı şeyi tayine mecbur olur. He is to be forced to fix which one he is buying.
Is that word mecbur?
Huh? Mecbur. Mecbur, yes. 2 words, let me write 2 words here. One is murur, murur passing, passage. Passage or passing. Marra. Marra Zaydun. Passing, passing next to somebody, passed next to you and left, and coming from somewhere, passed next to you and left. Marra, murur. Murur, passage of time. Murur zaman, another expression which is good. Murur zaman, passage of time. Murur zaman. This is very important in law. Murur zaman. Zaman, time. Passage of time. For example, somebody has right to sue in 5 years from the point they contracted. So, murur zaman is very important in law. Still, he has right, but he has no right to sue, because time, enough time passed, almost forgotten. Murur zaman. Murur. Marra. Marra. مرة. مرور زمان. So مجبور is here another word. مجبور, forced. مجبور comes from jabr. Jabr. Algebra. Jabr. The word jabr has two meanings, main meanings. One is force. Jabr, jabara. Majbur, done force. A person. Second, substitute. Like bandage, putting bandage on the wound is jabr. Jabira, in fact. Because it is covering, substituting other thing. Algebra, substituting the numbers with x, y, which is changeable. You, instead of 20, 23, 3, 4, 5 other numbers, you are putting x, which substitutes all other numbers. Algebra. Yes. Now once more. Khiyar tayin ile muhayyar olan kimse müddeti muayyene mururunda aldığı şeyi tayine mecbur olur. English. A person who has an option to choose must choose the thing taken on the expiration of the time fixed. Once more, a person who has an option to choose must choose the thing taken on the expiration of the time fixed. I think translation is not correct. I mean, a person who buys something, bought something, who has choice to choose, a person who has choice to choose, bought something, is to be forced, is forced to choose at the end of the passage of time or expiration of the time. That is the meaning of it. Okay.
But is this force can also be used as like a gun or something?
No, not necessary. It is legal force. This is legal, like judge. Like judge. That's of course, this is not criminal law. We don't force it with gun. Forcing with gun is not acceptable in any condition. But to be forced, like go to judge will decide, and the judge's decision will take his will, as if he chose. Okay. Now, 319. خيار تعيين وارث انتقال اتماس. خيار تعيين, choice of selecting. وارث انتقال اتماس. وارث, inheritor, veriter. Inherit, to inherit. وَوَرِثَ سُلَيْمَانُ دَاوُودَ. Sulaiman inherited Dawood. He was his son. Waris. Waris. Verita. Miras. Miras, inheritance. Inheritance, miras. Okay? ورثة. وارث. انتقال. Keyword انتقال here. انتقال. انتقال. To be transferred. To be transferred. نقل. To transfer. نقل. Or نقل. Root. نقل. To transfer. Transportation. To transfer. To transport. نقل. To transport something from here to you are moving from a city to another. You do نقل of your stuff, furniture and everything. نقل. Transport. Transport. Transfer. I mean, in English, different names, but usage. So now. خيار تعيين وارثة انتقالة mass. Option of choosing cannot be transferred to waris. Cannot be transferred to inheritors. So the person died. He had choice. Time did not expire yet. So inheritors have nothing. They cannot use that one. Okay? 319. The option to choose passes to the heirs. Just, sorry, did I make mistake? Oh, sorry. I am correcting myself because there is another article. انتقال ادار. انتقال إدار, not itmas. I am sorry. I am correcting myself once more. خيار التعيين وارثة انتقال إدار, not itmas. So خيار التعيين, option of choice, is transferred to the waris. Waris can use for that. English, the option to choose passes to the heirs. Okay. Okay. فصل خامس. فصل subchapter خامس. Let me write خامس. فصل خامس. Fifth. 320. Article 320. This فصل خامس is خيار رؤية. Again خيار choice رؤية. رؤية. This is رؤية. رؤية. رؤية. رؤية. رؤية. This is Turkish. رؤية. This is رؤية. This is رؤية. This star turns to this star. This star, okay? رؤية. Seeing. رأي. رأى. saw. رؤية. رأي. رأى. To see. خيار رؤية. Choice of seeing. Option of seeing. Right to see, then accept. Right of, you have choice to see, then accept. Because you bought without seeing. You bought without seeing. You have choice to see. When you see, you can reject or you can. Now, خيار رؤية. Bir kimse bir malı görmeden iştira etse, görünceye dek muhayyerdir. Gördükte dilerse fesk eder ve dilerse kabul eder. Buna hıyar-ı rü'yet denilir. If someone buys something without seeing, if someone buys something without seeing, he has a choice up to seeing until he sees whatever he bought. A choice. When he sees, either he cancels what he bought, this contract, or accepts. This is called khiyar ru'yat, option of seeing. Once more, bir kimse bir malı görmeden iştira etse, görünceye dek muhayyerdir. Gördükte dilerse fesk eder ve dilerse kabul eder. Buna hıyari rü'yet denilir. English. Khiyar ru'yat, option on inspection. This is what the English translation. Ru'yat. If someone purchases a property without seeing it, he has an option until he has seen it. When he has seen it, if he wishes, He announced the purchase. If he wishes, he accepts. This is called option on inspection. Yes, but I will disagree. Usage of inspection. Inspection in English, modern English, perhaps in those days 200 years ago, meaning was different. English, something. Inspection like more than seeing. Something to check very well, inspect and in, out or something like that. A little more than seeing. Here is, the word is not teftish, in Ottoman Turkish teftish, which is inspection. This is ru'yat, seeing. Okay. Okay. 21. 321. خيار الرؤيات وارثة انتقال إتماس. Now came what I was earlier saying. خيار الرؤيات, choice of seeing, وارثة انتقال إتماس, does not get transferred to waris, to heirs. Does not get. This is what I mixed up here before. Once more. خيار الرؤيات وارثة انتقال إتماس. Option of seeing, right of choosing, choice. When he sees whatever he bought, that right cannot be transferred to heirs, to inheritors. (321) English. Optional inspection does not pass to the heirs. Based on that, خيار رؤية وارثة انتقال إتماس, it cannot be transferred to the heirs. If somebody buys without buying, without seeing, and dies without using his choice of seeing, inheritors will own that thing automatically because they have no choice, but it has been done. The person agreed, but he did not use his right. Option on inspection does not pass to the heirs. Therefore, if a purchaser dies without seeing a property he has bought, his heir is without an option, becomes owner of the property. Owner of the property. Okay. (22) Okay? Article 322. Malını görmeden satan bayi için hıyar-ı rü'yet yoktur. Malını görmeden satan bayi için hıyar-ı rü'yet yoktur. There is no hıyar-ı rü'yet for seller who sold his thing, property, without seeing. He sold, he has no right of, I did not see, that is why, let me cancel or something. Malını görmeden satan bayi için hıyar-ı rü'yet yoktur. For example, if an inheritor, sells his share of inheritance without seeing, without fixed, saying this is yours, this is yours. His share is 1/3, for example, or something. It is khiyar ru'yat, any person who is, as far as seller is the subject, he cannot claim khiyar ru'yat of something he sells without seeing. Okay, English. For a seller who sells his property without seeing it, there is no option on inspection. English.
If the buyer hasn't seen it, the mushtari, he has not seen the property.
Who has seen?
The mushtari, he has not seen it.
Mushtari will, if he has choice, when he sees, he may not buy. We are speaking about seller. Seller is bound, whatever he sold, even if he does not see sold material. Seller. But buyer, if he did not see, he has choice from previous articles. Yes, let us go a little bit fast, one or two more articles. (323). Hıyar-ı rü'yet bahsinde rü'yet mebi'in asıl maksadı bildiren hal ve mahalline vakıf olmaktan kinayedir. Very interesting. Good. Hıyar-ı rü'yet bahsinde, in this chapter of hıyar-ı rü'yet, option of seeing, rü'yet, seeing means what? Seeing means what seeing means? Like a box in a box, or in a building inside. What that means, seeing? What that means, seeing? Or dress, or cloth wrapped like that. What is seeing? What is seeing? Okay. In the chapter of Khiyar Ru'yat bahsinde, Ru'yat mebi'in, sold materials, asıl maksadı bildiren hal ve mahalline vakıf olmaktan ibarettir. It means main purpose of its place, of its situation, hal, whatever the sold material. To be aware, to be knowledgeable, to have knowledge about place and state of that thing as original is, and original as main thing. That is what is meaning. I will, for example, if you see the dress, seeable, he has access to see if this is building, enters in, sees something. I mean, what is its purpose? Staying in. He knows the room. He may not claim that I did not see the roof, for example. I mean, he had choice to see, to inspect, not English inspect, but he didn't do. Later on, he may not bring issue. So, be very careful legally here. Maybe sold materials. Asıl maksadı, main purpose of that sold material, what is it? For dress, for usage, for what is purpose? What is it for? Asıl maksadı bildiren, any information, any knowledge which shows that main purpose of that thing from the point of state, from the point of place, and the person becomes aware of that. Waqafa. So, asıl in Turkish, original. Maksad, keyword. Maksad, purpose. Kasada, intent. Kasada. Bu, sa, kasad, dal. Kasada, maksad. What is the purpose? What is the intent of that thing? And hal, let me just come here. Hal means state. Hal, state. State. Mahal, place. Like mahalla. Mahallun. So, mahal. Place. Another word which is, I will erase this one, waqif. Waqif, aware. Aware, knowledgeable, informed. Waqafa. What? To stop, to be aware also, to be aware. This means khiyar ru'yat tahsinda ru'yat mebi'in, so asıl maksadı bildiren hal ve mahalline vakıf olmaktan kinayedir. This is what is expressed. That means that one. Seeing means to be aware of the original intent of that thing, which shows that state and place. That is what it is. So, 323. In speaking of option by inspection, inspection is an expression for becoming acquainted with the situation and the condition of the thing sold, so as to make known the principal thing desired in it. I mean, the person is aware of that. Translation must be like that. The person is made aware for the things shows the state and place, which signifies, means, reflects the main purpose of that sold material. What is it used for? Once more in English. 323. In speaking of option by inspection, inspection is an expression for becoming acquainted with the situation and the condition of the thing sold, so as to make the known the principal thing desired in it. I think I will conclude at this point, not to run to be too late.